Alright, I'm back with another video. Alright, this is about, I did a video on Venturis. Now, I'm going to show you how to set up your brake linkage and your throttle linkage. And I had this happen with a guy at the track. He had like his, I guess he was a newbie, and helped him out because he had like his throttle linkage like over there. It was crazy. But, alright, what you want to do is you want to start off first. Make sure your throttle linkage is like directly across, like you want it in a straight line. Now some people's servos is right here on the low C, both servos is back here, but it's the same principle. You want your brake and your throttle, you want them directly facing each other. I mean directly straight across from each other. Alright, straight line. So that way when you move your throttle and your brake, it's moving, see it in a straight line. Now, I did a video on Venturis. Whatever Venturi you go with, like this is a 7 right here. You don't want your endpoints, your EPA or endpoints called. You normally it's called endpoints in your remote. You want to set them. You don't want your endpoints to end all the way out here. Now I'm gonna show you. Now I got the endpoint on this throttle set high. See, it's going way past the 7, and then it's still going. And see, I don't know if y'all can see that. You start getting see it flexing. That's too much. That's too much pressure on that throttle there. So we're going to turn down our endpoint to where as though, now this one I know is 55, but I'm going to go a little bit lower. I'm going to do like 40, let me see. Yeah. All right. Now if you set your endpoint, let me make sure y'all can see that. If I set my endpoint too low, I'm not going to get, see it ended right there? I'm not getting full throttle. So whatever Venturi you get, you got to set it for that Venturi. Whatever Venturi you put in. This is a 7. So I know this endpoint here is 55 on my remote. So see that? I'm getting full throttle. That means I'm getting all the air in there. See? And I'm not getting no flexing, no nothing. That's just perfect right there. See that? You want that endpoint to be set to where as though it opens just after the Venturi, and that's where it ends right there. You don't want to go past. You don't want to go past it. You want it to end right there. Another thing is too, with your brake. See, I like my servos, my throttle stuff fast. Now with your brake, you want it brake when you're setting your brake. It's more of a rolling thing. You gotta kind of like feel it. So I would set my brake to where as though I see it engage. You see the brake down there? I see it engage, and then I would take it out to the track or outside to see if I have enough bashing. I mean, not bashing. If I have enough stomping power, if it stops, and I like it like that. Now, once I have that, I even both brakes out. This is the top one is your front brake. Bottom one is your rear brake. There's 2 brake discs in there. Okay, one that's the front, and that's the rear. You see it? All right, now, wait, sorry. Okay, I'm back. I had a phone call. All right, but what I was talking about? Okay, brake bias, right? Okay, brake bias is setting the brakes. Wait a second, let me make sure y'all get. Okay, setting your brakes independently, like just the front brake. You might want more brake bias in the front than the rear. It really is a feel. It's a driving thing. How you drive, how you like your brakes to be. If you bashing, you might just want them all. You want full power. You want to stop. Racing, you kind of want a little bit of brake bias because it depends on how you like I said, how you drive. On my this is my 4.0 Truggy. On my buggy, I put more brake bias in the front than the rear. Reason being because the buggy turns a lot sharper. Like the buggy turns sharper and coming through a curve. So if I'm coming down the curve, it'll kind of take that line and I'm out. And let me see if I can show you this. All right, let's say let me see if I can show you. Okay, let's say this straightaway right here, and then the turn is right here. All right, normally you want to be as close to this turn as possible. All right, because if you go too wide, somebody gonna take the inside lane, cut you, boom, they got you. All right. So with a buggy, you can get that tightness and come around it really good, really tight on a buggy. All right. And I'll set a little bit more brake bias in the front than the rear, because when I hit it, I want the car to kind of slow down evenly. Okay. Slow down, whoop, make my joint, and I'm out. Now with the truggy, because it's the wheelbase is a lot more longer, they don't turn as sharp. So when you coming in there, you know what I mean, you kind of turn, but it doesn't turn as quick and it doesn't turn as sharp. So I set more brake bias in my rear than my front, okay? And the reason being because when I come down, so say I'm coming down straight, and then I hit the brakes and then I whip this throttle because I want to stay as close as this inside I can. So when I'm coming down, bam, I hit that brake, whip that throttle, wham. I do like this, more of a sliding, and then when I'm out. All right, let me see if I can show you that. So I'm coming down, instead of making the turn all smoothly, I come in and basically drift through it and slide through it like wham, I'm out. I'm gonna see if I can cut in a video and show you. All right. So now you understand brake bias, okay? So, and again, it's a feel thing. You have to feel it, like you have to drive it and see how you want the car set up. Last thing I'm gonna show you is your steering, right? All right, you want to get full steering. Sometimes you don't want too much steering, but do not set your steering. You want your steering to where as though it just at full steering. Now, I'm gonna overset this, okay? I'm gonna overset this. And I'm gonna show you what I'm talking about. Let's go up. Let's go up pretty high here. Okay. Now, I just got my steering set high. Now, you're going to see, as I turn, hopefully y'all can see that. You see that? The steering saver, the servo saver, begins to flex. See that? You don't want that. And it's a lot of pressure on your joints here. And also your acronym, which is, this is your acronym. Where is it? I can't see through this camera right here. This is your acronym. Alright, you don't want that much steering because it's too much pressure on there. So you're coming down the jump and then it's a turn. You know, that's a lot of pressure on these plastics and joints, and you'll end up snapping something and breaking something. So, like I know mine's just set here. So let me go back to my normal setting here. Let me show you. Okay, so now, if I zoom in there, okay, if I zoom in there, see, no flex. You don't see that servo saver is not flexing. That's what you want, and that's full steering right there for me, and that's good. That's how you want it. So you got to play with your endpoints and your endpoints on your steering. Okay, get those things set, and you'll be good to go. Especially with this here. Make sure you got that set good, because let's say you got your thing, it's not set and it's like that. You start the car, boom, you're getting runaway. You're getting runaway because now is the throttle's cocked halfway open. So it's good to run. It's good to run rubber band or some kind of spring or something like that for return spring for your throttle. Okay. I use hair bands. Okay. They cheap. You can get them from Walmart, anywhere. They cheap. I used to use rubber bands. No, first I used to use springs. But the problem I had with springs was that after a while, I started getting they started rubbing up against, zooming in, the boot right here, and then I developed an air leak right there. Because after a while you going like this with it, I developed a leak. So then I went to rubber bands. Now rubber bands work good. It's nothing wrong with that. It's just that the nitro fuel begins to eat the rubber band away, and normally it pops when you don't need it. So these right here, let me show y'all these right here. Just regular old hairband, you know what I mean? You know, if you got kids, daughters, like I got a daughter, you know, so you know, just regular old hairbands. And what I do is I tie it in a knot. See it? See if I can zoom in. All right, man, it's really hard looking through this camera. All right, I tie it in the knot right there. See it? Tie it in the knot. See the knot? Loop it around and bring it right down to. This is difficult. All right, see it? Right down to the arm, and they work great. If you want if it's not tight enough, just pull some more slack and move that knot further down on the band. You know, bada boom, bada bang. All right. See, so that way, like if I just pop that, it's coming right back. See that? Right back. All right, party people. Hit me up. Any questions? Later.